Welcome to our University of Reading podcast. I am Phil Etherington.
And I am Chris Stiliani, and we work in the university's global recruitment and outreach team. It's our job to give prospective students information and guidance about studying at Reading.
In this podcast, we want to give you a flavour of what it's like to study at Reading and to introduce you to some of the courses we teach, the fantastic student support we offer, and have some of our students tell you about their experiences of being part of our community.
And also, very importantly, we'll be dedicating some of our episodes to talking about the impactful research that our staff do to help tackle some of the biggest challenges facing the world today.
So we wanted to kick off this podcast by welcoming you and giving an overview of the University of Reading's past, present, and its future.
So, going right back to the start, we were founded in 1892 as an extension college of Oxford University. Then we received our Royal Charter in 1926, which means that we have been a university awarding our own degrees for 95 years. 2026 will be our centenary. In those original days, we were based at our London Road campus, which is a 10-minute walk from Reading town centre. And this campus is a beautiful red brick campus in the style of old Oxford and Cambridge colleges, with a covered cloister walkway around a central courtyard. There's an impressive Great Hall where all our students have their graduation ceremonies, and there's a red brick clock tower which was built to commemorate staff and students who fell in the First World War. And it's actually a little known fact that the famous World War I poet Wilfred Owen studied at Reading on the London Road campus in 1912, a few years before the outbreak of that tragic conflict. So, the London Road campus is the original heart of the University of Reading. Nowadays, it is the home to our Institute of Education and our School of Architecture. In the 1940s, the university acquired its larger Whiteknights Campus, which is now our main campus and where all our other subjects are taught. And it's a 10-minute walk away from the London Road campus as well.
That's right. So the Whiteknights Campus was originally a private estate owned by aristocratic knights since the time of William the Conqueror. And it was from the nickname of one of those knights in the 13th century that it got its name of Whiteknights Park. Many years later, we are incredibly lucky to have such a stunning area of parkland as the home of our university. So the Whiteknights Campus is more than 300 acres in size, and as well as accommodation and academic buildings, it has meadows, woodland, a beautiful botanical garden, and the Whiteknights Lake, which has picturesque footbridges crossing over it. There is a lot of biodiversity on the campus with all kinds of plant life and wildlife that you see as you walk around. And it's something our students always tell us is one of the most attractive things about the university. Going for walks by the lake, having picnics on the lawns and seeing all the wildlife between lectures. And we're really proud that our Whiteknights campus has been recognised as one of the top green spaces in the whole of the UK by being awarded a Green Flag Award for 10 years running.
Cracking stuff. So I'm now going to take us forward to the present. So the Whiteknights campus is the hub of student life at Reading, and it has everything that our students need in one place. It is home to 5 halls of residence, a newly refurbished library, a Santander bank, a mini co-op supermarket, a gym, sports courts, sports pitches, and it's where RUSU, our students' union, is based, which has over 150 associated students' clubs and societies, and it's also where all our student support services are based in the Carrington building. We have more than 30 academic departments, all with their own portfolio of courses and research specialisms. And 6 of the subject areas taught at Reading were ranked in the top 5 in the Times Good University Guide to 2020. Those are animal science, land and property management, art and design, construction, agriculture, and food science. These and other subject areas have teaching staff who are world-leading experts in their fields. In terms of the student community, we have around 20,000 students from over 165 different countries. We pride ourselves on the multinational and diverse nature of our student body, and there's roughly a 50-50 split between undergraduate students and postgraduate students. On a normal day, our Whiteknights campus is buzzing with our students in classes, in halls of residence, studying in the library, walking by the beautiful lake, having a coffee in one of the cafes, and generally just having a great time.
So that's a normal time at Reading, but as you all know, things across the world have been quite different recently due to the COVID-19 pandemic. And we're really proud to say that, like many other universities, Reading has played its part in tackling COVID-19. Firstly, we did this by ensuring that social distancing rules were adhered to on our campuses and introduced new and safe ways for our students to learn. Secondly, we continue to support and work closely with the NHS, with medically trained university staff joining the response and the university donating computer equipment to help NHS staff to communicate. Thirdly, we contributed to the scientific response to the pandemic through our research, with lecturers from our School of Biological Sciences often appearing in the media, advising on aspects of containing the spread of the virus. And as we said, research is going to be a key feature of this podcast.
Exactly. It is the university's wider mission to understand some of the biggest issues facing society, and through our research to build and share our knowledge to work towards a better future for everyone. Just some of the huge challenges we face are global warming, hunger and floods. There are endangered species to save, inequality to readdress, and the need for a deeper understanding of people's mental health. In this podcast, we'll be speaking to some of our academic staff about how their research is helping to tackle these huge challenges, and also how this research feeds directly into our qualifications at Reading, so that our students are learning the most cutting-edge theories and practices in their chosen subject area.
And just to give one example of our research, we are one of the world's leading universities for the study of climate change. Our meteorology department is world-renowned, and its pioneering research informs how governments, organisations, industries and communities respond to complex issues such as climate change, ozone depletion, atmospheric pollution and space weather. 6 of the department's academic staff are lead authors of the forthcoming Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, which is the definitive assessment of climate science relied upon by policymakers around the world. We've also been pioneering ways in which our university can become totally sustainable. Our ambition is to become the greenest university in the UK, with a commitment to being carbon neutral by 2030. And to instill this outlook in our students, we offer the option to study a climate science module as part of many of our courses.
Furthermore, Reading is also at the forefront of work on social equality. Our School of Law's research is championing areas of social justice, such as the free movement of families with same-sex parents in EU countries, the balance of freedom of speech and media regulation on social media, and protecting children from sexual abuse in conflict zones. Other research into international law and armed conflict has also led to one of our lecturers advising the European Parliament on human rights protections across Europe. At Reading, we're also committed to ensuring that we are a welcoming university for our diverse and inclusive community. We've received rewards for our gender equality. We are listed as a Stonewall Top 100 employer and remain dedicated to social equity for every single one of our students and staff.
In terms of addressing issues of mental health, our School of Psychology and Clinical Language Sciences is doing extremely important research into adolescent depression and evidence-based treatments for children with anxiety disorders. Recently, a team at Reading have developed a brief treatment for childhood anxiety disorders that can be delivered effectively by non-specialists to improve access to psychological treatments. The success of this University of Reading developed programme has led to it being the standard first-line treatment for children with anxiety disorders for many NHS trusts and local authorities across the UK, as well as further afield in countries such as Ireland, China, Iceland, Iran, and Japan.
And these are just some of the kind of things that we'll be covering in more detail in our podcast series. In the next couple of episodes, we'll be talking to our biology and pharmacy departments about their pioneering research into combating COVID-19, including the School of Pharmacy's works on using llama nanobodies in humans to help fight the virus. Yes, that's llamas as in the animal.
I'm excited.
And so am I.
Thank you for joining us and enjoy the podcast.